Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence. Today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Mantenna. Now, I know I mentioned this a little while back that I got the wave. Just haven't gotten around to reviewing them. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's take a look at this. Again, I know that some of these have shown up in California at the Targets. I have not seen them here in Michigan. Although the Leech and Snout Spout Wave, the deluxe, they have started to show up at Walmart. I actually saw a Snout Spout this week at Walmart in Michigan. So start looking. If not, go on Big Bad Toys. That's where I got these from. But if you're able to get them at Target, make sure that you pull up the app because they are $15 on the app. And hey, you know what? Things are expensive. Let's save a little bit of money if possible. So anyway, this is Mantenna. And let's just say, for a guy that they gave 4 legs to, and if you remember the original Mantenna, he was actually pretty long. Without this being a deluxe, it's actually pretty cool, to be honest. So, take a look at it. It gives you the 40th anniversary Mantenna. He's got his little eyes bugging out. Tells you he comes with a comic. So anyway, Mantenna. And then on the back, we're going to have the wonderful artwork, which I absolutely do love. And you can see this is the Horde versus the Snake Men. So the one thing I really like about Motu is that there's not just one bad bad group of guys. There's the Snake Men, the Horde, obviously Skeletor's crew. Now you have Sunman's crew and different things like that. So I really like that. So if you look at here, you got all these figures kind of being teased with him. I forget what his name is. But you got Horde, Grizzlor, which you're not going to be able to get. And then Mantenna. So, Snake Men versus Horde, pretty cool. And here's the 4-figure wave. I like this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's pop this open. And let me tell you, this is a nice hefty figure, man. There's some weight behind this. Let's take a look at it. Alright, so we have it. There's your bubble. It tells you that it's the evil Horde. I do like that it pretty much tells you what line this is going to go to on the front without taking it away and adding to the card. So again, I keep all the cards. If you're interested in doing this and you wonder how you get this off, so it's fairly clean. Just take a razor and trace around the plastic and then open it from the bottom. And normally it'll peel up nice and easily. Again, 40th anniversary. Gives you the wave. It does show you what he does, and that he does have some sort of character or toy articulation that's different than the other ones. And like I mentioned before, throw them in your Sunman case or Wondar if you have Wondar, or whoever. Alright. You have your comic. So all the 4 figures come with the exact same comic. It goes with the deluxe. Those 2 figures will come with their individual comics. So this one here is more about the 200X He-Man and Skeletor. It also has Pighead. And the one thing you will notice is there are no bubbles, which means there is no writing in it. Now, from what I was understanding, that sounds like this is what they used to do in other countries. They would just remove it rather than reprint it in different languages. But it does tell you the story, and like I mentioned in the other videos, it's kind of like the G.I. Joe 21 silent interlude where there is no talking. So, there's that. Here's the instructions of how he works. Again, I think most of us can figure out how it works. So, once again, the Horde, they all come with their crossbow. I'm going to assume that this was a cost-saving measure that they did back in the 80s when they created the Horde and just gave them all the exact same weapon, just in different colored plastic, and they do the same here. So, first look at Mantenna, and he has 4 legs, and they did a really good job of making it so he's not too big and actually fitting him in that bubble package, which isn't any bigger than the rest of them. So we'll take a quick look at his articulation. And his head goes back and forth, up and down. T-pose, no problem. got the bicep pose, but the articulation, whatever you want to call this, definitely get in the way. So he's not even going to get close to a 90 degree, way less than a 90 degree, more like an ultimate figure. Those things cost $55. Arm articulation, I'm sorry, wrist does swing in and out. An open hand, I'm not a big fan of the open hand, but you have one hand where he can actually grab a sword or a mace or something like that. And again, this one's going to twist up and down, and wrist pivots in and out. Looking at the knees here, or the legs, he does have a boot cut here, but oh, and his, yeah, so it's, you know, it almost looks like it's one piece of plastic, but it's a different piece of plastic. So they do bend, and you get close to 90 degrees. And they all do that. So that is nice. They all have a boot cut. So you're gonna have two right legs and two left legs are the exact same, and they all have ankle articulation. Now, this is one guy that definitely does need the pegs, because let's be honest, if you can't stand a figure with 4 legs, you probably shouldn't be collecting figures of any sort. So his waist does go back and forth, and he's a much harder plastic, I think, than some of the other ones. At least he feels like it is. It's softer down here, and the color, but this makes it more shiny. It's not a matte. Where this here, the black is matte, some of it. This is matte. That's more of a gloss. You have a matte foot, a gloss thigh with his knee pads, gloss crotch. This guy's kind of all over the place with the color, but I think it looks really nice. And then on the back here, his eyes pop out using the button here. So this is one of the action features that the original one did. It would have been really cool if you could have made it so it would stay in that position. I guess a little bit of tape, you'd be able to hold it in there, but I'm not going to fight with that too much. But this is actually a pretty cool figure. And I guess you can get him kind of sprawled out like this, and give him a different look. Just to get him up. Definitely get some weird running poses, but I guess with 4 legs you can do all kinds of strange and unique stuff. So looking here, he has the Horde symbol on his chest, and it's integrated really nicely where you can't just, doesn't just stand out, but as soon as you look, you can't miss it. Got his little, so there's some detail in it. I'm not even going to say what that looks like. We're grown men, we can figure out what that looks like. But they do a nice job. Here's the back. The paint here is already scuffed. That's unfortunate. So it looks like there may be some issues, maybe due to how thick he is. I can't think of too many of the Motu having scuffed paint, but putting it over this gloss, maybe it just doesn't stay that well and it wears off pretty easily. But his head is very glossy, and he has these ears, and they're a soft ear, so pretty cool looking figure. I'm looking forward to getting him onto the Motu, and you can even say he doesn't even have the Horde symbol on his boot. So, all right, we'll wrap this up. All right, so you have it. That's the Mantenna figure from Mattel Universe Origins by Mattel. Again, it's a cool looking figure. You gotta admit, back in the 80s, Mattel did a wonderful job with the Master Universe line, just giving us different weird characters that didn't just stand out too much. Again, and you look at that, it's a little subjective. But hey, I guess as we become men, we see things a little differently. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. Maybe I just have a dirty mind, I don't know. So anyway, that's it. There's really not too much to these Motu figures. I've mentioned that before. You know, the articulation. Again, you're going to get a bicep swivel, but not a cut. No double joints. They are pinless because of the fins or whatever you want to call it. If he's not even going to get a 90-degree. But at the same time, I'm also spending less than $20 a figure, which is still kind of high. But, you know, you look at a reaction figure where they're $20 and they do absolutely nothing, smaller and less plastic. Or you look at something like, you know, a classified figure, which are now $25. They have more articulation. They are bigger, but you're also paying $25 rather than anywhere from $15 to about $18. So that's it. This is the Mantenna figure. I'm going to get out of here. If you're so inclined to, hit the subscribe button. Like the video. It definitely helps the algorithm. It shows me that you guys enjoy what I'm doing. Maybe you don't enjoy it. I don't know. Then don't watch it. I don't really watch stuff I don't like. So, again, social medias. A Punk with Toys on Instagram and Twitter. And I will post a link to the Facebook group page, Punks with Toys. I will drop a link to the video. And again, it's a small community, trying to grow. It's all about having fun. No politics, no selling, none of that BS. Just, hey, these are the toys I got. Hey, look at that toy you got. I love it. So I'm going to get out of here. I don't know what else to say. I'm out of here. This is going to give you an idea. It's going to tell you to watch this video. Check out my Motu playlist. Subscribe. I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day and happy toy hunting.